Mr. Truck here with another great adventure testing ATVs, UTVs on Pole Road up above Estes Park, Colorado. We're trying out this new Honda. This is the 1000 EPS limited edition. It's also called the 5. That means it holds 5 people. It's a Well, Mr. Truck and his son, we're up here in the mountains, Colorado. We're by Estes Park. We're probably 10,000 feet where we hit the park. Pretty crazy. Try out this trail called Pole Hill Road. There's my Gen Y hitch. Always use those. And that's the Gen Y torsion hitch. Takes the bounce out between the truck and the trailer. It's interesting to watch the tire sizes. I put new tires on the red one for the snowplow because I had to put a big bracket on it. And if you look at the height of these tires, they're 12-inch by 26, and what the Honda has on his side-by-side Pioneer, they're 14-inch. I could have fit them on there, and we thought about that. It would have been cheaper to buy tires and wheels for 14 than it is at 12. Shock strap has that dog bone in there that stretches, and that keeps these tight. We use these all the time on hauling our ATVs and UTVs. Yeah, we're using our 22-foot tilt trailer from Load Trail that we use for everything. Now this Pioneer is pretty awesome. This is the 1000cc. Well, it's 900 and something, but it's their 1000 model. It's their biggest one. And this is utility, so you got a dump bed, you got seats that fold down in the back, so you actually got seats for 5, paddle shifters. Awesome. It's seats for 5. It's got everything, but it's cool as you can look inside the fenders and see all the fluid levels, your radiator, your power brakes, your power steering, all your fluid levels right there in the fender, which is also how the ATVs are. The overflow tank for the radiator is right in the fenders. You can always at a glance check your fluids and check your dipsticks. And this puppy's got, there's those Fox shocks with the adjustable valve up on top, so you can change how tight or loose these shocks are, how much wheel travel you'll have, compensate for 5 people versus 2 people. But also, and then you see the cladding on the front arms. A lot of skid plates bolted to the swing arms, to the suspension underneath here. You got cladding all over the place. They really armor this Pioneer for climbing the rocks, which we're going to do shortly. Dump bin in the back. Independent suspension, has a winch. It has a 6-speed automatic with a double clutch paddle shifter on the steering wheel. It is so cool. It's even got a hitch on the back. It'll tow 2,000 pounds. The payload is 1,000 pounds. So you can haul your elk down from the mountain, haul your firewood, throw the saddles in the back. So many things you can do with this vehicle. It really is a utility vehicle. We're going to take it off-roading. It's got some pretty good tires on it. 4-wheel independent, a lot of skid plates under it. We're using our main vehicles that we use every week on reviews with trailers is our Ranchers. We've got 2 Honda Ranchers. They're not 2014. This is a 2017 Pioneer. And these are 5-speed with electric shift, 4-wheel drive. And we can do anything with those. We've rolled off of mountains and they still ran when they got to the bottom. So you don't want to do that. But anyway, these will take a lot of abuse, these Honda ATVs and UTVs. You know, these have a full roll cage. This has power steering, which I wish I had on my ATVs, but we're going to take these puppies up the rocks and the roll in the hills and see how this works with that new intelligent 4-track system or 4-wheel drive system this truck has. It has it where it automatically will engage your axles together, all instead of having 2 levers for traction control, another lever for limited slip, another lever for 4-wheel drive. One lever does it all, which sounds really interesting. Seat belts for 5. I'll take my grandkids in this after a bit. 4-wheel independent suspension, 72 horsepower. So we're going to see if 72 horsepower, fuel injected up here at 10,000, 11,000 feet. See what kind of power we have. That's a good test for it. So come join the ride. Cool. Oh, son. So this is the dumper, and this is a nice flat
surface for your saddles, your hay bales, your elk, your deer. Okay. Now how do you get to the seat? Cool. It folds up. Oh, then the headrest.
Oh, that's
okay.
what that's supposed to
Yeah. I was thinking it was strapped to something. So that folds down.
We got the seat belt.
Yeah, we got shoulder belts. That is cool.
So you just have...
I think that must go to the other one.
One side?
Yeah. It goes to that one.
Maybe.
That's pretty cool. So, headdress and everything. So this, we got it fold up here. That's what it does. Is this thing folds up. I saw that from underneath. Like that. Okay.
And how do you get the seat back down?
There has to be a latch. Well, let me walk around the back. This is so cool. It's got a tailgate. Honda tailgate. Got the old latch like we had in the 53. Yeah, you pull it out, then you take it off the line. Yeah, yeah. And then you got cable just like the old trucks. That's pretty cool. See the tailgate parties.
Put the seats
I know,
back
I
down.
thought I could see something back here. Well, that hole. Find it? It's right there in that hole is where the latch is.
Oh.
Back inside that hole.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you got her. And it folds down. I suppose it folds down until it's flat. There you go. Cool. Now let me open the door. So you got to open the door to latch it down. Okay, now let's dump it. You open the front door. Open the front door.
Oh.
And there's that. See where that lever is?
Yeah.
You dump that again. You can dump your firewood or your mother-in-law, whatever you haul in the back of
As
here.
long as these nets aren't in the way.
Yeah, I gotta keep the nets out of the way. A lot of places is to tie things down back here. And people. Okay, now. Okay, son. Yeah, in low range. over you? I got a mirror, I got everything. That wide track really makes these stable. Pretty cool. You know, I really like our Honda Rancher ATVs, and we've used them a lot in the last couple of years. And I, didn't know if I want to spend the money for a side by side, but I can certainly see the advantage, especially this one. I mean, the 500 one that I could afford versus this one, the 1,000. This puppy is wide. It's like a Jeep. And it's, center of gravity's perfect on it. The cladding's perfect. I mean, where you were going, where I remember I used to have to tip a lot and shift my weight on the ATV, you just fly through there. Because of the suspension, the Fox shocks, and everything this is doing, it handles so well through those really deep rocks, the stair steps, all the things that used to wear me out on an ATV or nothing. You just go flying through there, just drive the thing. But, automatic transmission, you can leave it there, or you can put it in manual shift and do the paddle shifters. Or in automatic, you can paddle shift it too. Then it's got sport mode. I guess if you want to race up here, that would be fun. We're just climbing rocks now, but man, this ain't big old mirror. I missed the ones on the side, but I guess you can see quite a bit with this. School bus mirror.
Well, this is cool that these strapped in real tight, too.
Yeah, if you got somebody back there, so you got that bottom one tied up, but yeah.
They do kind of just block
holds the kids in, I guess. Let's go. Let's rock and roll. Coochie coo. Yayo Silver. Away. Like a small Hummer. find our seasonal gate. Cool, I guess I'm getting used to that backup mirror. I think. Oh, beautiful meadows down here. Awesome. But you got tilt wheel, so you can move the steering wheel up and down. Quite a cluster of gauges, and then you've got the gear shifter, which you got reverse. You got start with park, and it must be a parking brake too. And reverse and neutral, and then high and then low range. That's basically where we went back and forth between high and low. So that means you got 6 high, 6 low. And then over here, your 4-wheel drive, intelligent 4-wheel drive, which kicks on like a limited slip. It does everything. Instead of just engaging in a limited slip, it engages traction lock, locks the axles, and 4-wheel drive together. And you got your headlights. You got a low and a high and off. And this is that hill climb button, which we never used yet. We'll have to use that another day, hill to climb. This thing did so well. And over here, you've got your main switch. You can go sport, and that will go sport, ATV, or sport, automatic, sport, manual. And then up here you got manual transmission and automatic transmission. And manual, you know, then you can shift the paddle shifters. This one shifts it up and the left one shifts it down. Or you can put it in automatic and still use those shifters, which is what I was doing. That was a lot of fun. Got a big kick out of that. Great lights, very comfortable. Listen here, it's like driving a car through the rocks. Nice and smooth, and those Fox shocks really work. This has been fun. This is just our first day. We're going to do a lot more at this. So you'll have to come along for all those adventures. See if we can get 5 people in here and go climb mountains. That will be cool. What'd you think, son?
It was impressive.
Well, you know, yeah, there's no work to it. The ATV takes skill and it takes work to do an ATV 4-wheeler. And this Honda Pioneer UTV, I mean, there's nothing to it. Anybody can do those toughest trails.
That's for sure.
It's just too easy.
Yeah. There wasn't any work in it, and your hands aren't moving that much.
I know. The power steering takes all the jerk out of it, so you're not getting the feedback from hitting the rocks.
Yeah.
So no, I had a lot of fun with it, but and we're only half a tank of gas. We haven't driven that far, but it's like an 8-gallon tank, a little under. But yeah, it's a kick butt thing. It's fun.
Oh yeah, I was actually. It's cool.
When I first saw it, I thought, well, this is a utility vehicle. It's not going to be a great rock climber. And I think it's a pretty good rock climber. It's not going to be a desert racer, but this thing will do amazing things in the rocks.
Imagine this on a farm.
Oh, yeah. I mean, use it for everything.
Yeah.
Go out and chase your coyotes, chase your cows. That's what you do, is go out to Rick's and chase his cows.
And we got tons of pickup truck questions, right?
Right. Where do we go for the answers?
We go to the Truck Nuts book.
Because we're truck nuts. And we wrote the book, Truck Nuts. We're nuts about truck. The ultimate guide to buying a truck, or to look at a truck, or judging a truck. Whether it's diesel versus gas, new versus used, what your teenagers should learn about trucks, all that. You do all kinds of cool tests.
Yeah, we do a lot of testing. We do the iGauntlet, world's toughest towing test, up the mountain and down the mountain. We do MPG testing on the highway, loaded with trailers.
Yeah.
We do off-road testing. A lot of that data is in this book as well, and it's a one-stop shop for truck information.
That's true. We test trucks, maximum capacity, up to the biggest grades you can do on the interstate.
Yep.
So we really put them to the test. And you can get all the facts you can't find anywhere else. We do MPG tests. which you can't find on any sticker anywhere. So, you know, all that stuff that you can't find is in the book.
And you can find the book at trucknutsbook.com. There are links to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and all the other bookstores as well.
So read about your truck nuts.